Well, hello, all you guitar players out there. So today's lesson is working on a technique called the bass strum. Now, if you own the Essential Elements book, it's page 44. We're going to look at the bass strum technique. So basically, what is it? What are we talking about? It's like you're playing two instruments, sort of, when you do a bass strum pattern. Whatever your chord is, you do your chord shape with your left hand. Your right hand is doing what is called the bass and then the strum. For example, okay, so they have the gold box there. They're talking about the single bass note strum, single bass note strum. If we were to play the chord A7, it's a 5-string chord. They're going to show you 5 is the bass, then the strum. So, like if you did the 4-4, where they go single bass note strum, single strum. Or if you did the 3-4 pattern with this same chord, it'll be bass, strum, strum, bass, strum, strum. So that's the type of thing it is. Now if you do C, if you're going to do the 1-finger C, your bass note, remember that would be only a 3-string chord, so you'd be doing the 3rd string, then everybody. If you're going to do the full C, you reach and clear across, that's your bass note, the 5th string. So it depends on how you're fingering the chord too. That also for you will go for G as well. Remember, if you're doing this for G, your bass string note would be the 3rd string. If you're doing the full fingering C, going to be the 6th string. So it just depends on your fingering sometimes. So let's look at line 73, the bass strum workout. And we'll just kind of go through a little bit of this. It's a technique that will take you time. Right now, I give you full permission. I grant you permission to look at your instrument. Look up some, look at your instrument. Don't lean over your instrument, but do look at it, because you want to make sure you're bass strumming, you're on the right note, and you're not like going, and the note's not even part of the chord. So our first one here on 73 is a D, which is string number 4. I had to look too, just to make sure I was on the right thing. So that's D. Then A7 is going to go to 5. That's line 1. Then you go into G. 6. E minor. A7. There, then D. That's the exercise. Does it repeat? Well, yes, and it should, because you know you got to get through that. So here we go with that. From the beginning, find your D. Ready and go. Because the idea is to be able to get to it smoothly from chord to chord. You may not be able to do that at first, but if you hear a plunk, I just heard a buzzy plunk. I'm trying to do it wrong now, and I can't. You know, just double check it. Make sure your hand position here is good. That's usually what is causing a problem. A7. Did you hear that? So if I went to the wrong string, you can tell that's not really the bass note. It's supposed to be that note. Low. So you can tell that's not the same note. This and this are not the same note. So again, make sure you're looking. Then D. And that's how you do that. Now, I will say, as you go through, it is not a contest to see how quickly you can play through it. Nothing ever is. Until after you get it down, if it's a fast song. But in this case, it's just getting the technique down. 1, with your right hand. 2, with your left hand. Making sure you're doing pretty chord shapes here. That your thumb is not wrapped clear around while you're playing and you're flat on those fingers. Make sure you are up on those fingertips so we can move around like a spider up and down your instrument and be able to get from one chord to the next as smoothly as possible. All right, so there's your bass drum workout in a nutshell. There's a bass drum workout too. I might do a different video on that sometime soon. That'd be great. And then there's a song to reinforce it. But basically, that's the beginnings of bass drum. Happy practicing.